Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel Lifeforce Unlimited. Well, here we have Lyra and Sirius, my two fairy galactic guides, and they wanted to share some information with you today about the 1111 portal, and we also have the Galactic Commander present. And so I'd like to read a passage from a book I have written, and it's taken me more than 20 years to put the whole thing together and to illustrate it as well, but it's astonishing in rereading certain passages how it applies to today and everything that is going on the planet. So here we go. As they approached the field where the bonfire was all set for lighting, they noticed that the sky was an unusual colour. "It has got dark early," said Tara. "It's usually light until 10 o'clock at least." There were people singing and playing guitars and drums. Monty's grandfather appeared and hugged everyone he could find. "It's been a strange old week, what with the lunar eclipse. There's also been a wave of energy that's hit the earth erupting from solar flares." "Is that why the sky is that colour?" asked Tara. Harriet explained. "There was a partial solar eclipse at the beginning of this month, and a full moon and total lunar eclipse last week. Added to that, there's been lots of activity on the sun with flares shooting towards Earth." "No wonder people are all shook up," said Irina, looking rather strained. "Well, perhaps with the conducting of the sacred ceremony for the solstice tonight, it will help to calm things here on Mother Earth," said Mr. Messenger. "Well, there is another partial solar eclipse in a week's time, so it looks like the disruption could continue for a while," said Harriet. "However, as light workers, it is up to us not to fall into the collective fear that people are feeling. The Earth is being blasted with major transformative energy. We must hold the light and project it with love to the situation," he said, trying to be reassuring. The TV and newspapers were full of the stories of the disruptions, although few TV networks could function properly. "Emily Jordan here for Sky News. A darkness has descended upon the Earth that is far more than the eclipse. Apart from the strange coloured lights in the sky and freak weather conditions, there have been more UFO sightings than usual. We are informed by the Meteorological Office that sun flares are affecting the satellites and sending a solar wave that is disrupting the Earth's electromagnetic energy. This is apparently the cause of poor reception with your TVs and mobile phones. Many people's cars not starting. The ones that have microchips are worse off. And computers are down all over the world. People just can't communicate with each other." "Is this Armageddon?" we ask. "Haulage trucks can't deliver food and other essential items as they can't get diesel out of the pumps. Surgeons can't operate as the electricity is fluctuating so badly. Many people are fearful of this being the end of the world. There is anger and frustration as they haven't had a response from the government, and it is feared that people will panic unless some answers are given quickly." Pillow turned off the TV and left with May to join the solstice ceremony. "We've got our work cut out this evening, my love," he said to his wife. Meanwhile, the guardian angels had their own crisis. Their lights had become very dim, and they couldn't seem to brighten them up. Angelo reported to the Council of Guardian Angels. "The guardians just can't get through to any of their humans. They feel powerless. Their hearts are closed to us. It's like we never existed, as though a delete button has been pushed. It seems all our communications are distorted. We can't make a precise connection with anyone. It gets garbled." A spokesman for the Council of Guardian Angels said, "We will try to hold the energy for our human friends, but it seems that there is a virus in the universal computer. The love program has been corrupted, and a fear one put in its place. But a rejection of love from mankind requires a huge amount of negative energy, which is the food of fear. It seems that Argon, the dark angel, is using the effects of the solar flares to replenish his evil ways. Yes, said Angelo, it is as though love is being kept behind the door, and humans have bolted and barricaded the door to stop it coming in. A huge wall of fear has been added to that, and it is holding them in a soup of darkness and despair. Dear brothers of light, we cannot interfere. We must wait until our charges return to the light of their own accord. However, we can contact the light workers on Earth. They haven't rejected us. Please tell your fellow guardian angels to keep projecting the love and light of the universe to all of them. It is hundreds of times stronger than fear and can creep in through the keyhole and under the door. Breathe in the love and light and breathe it out into the atmosphere. All is well. Argon seemed to be the only one who was happy with the situation. He was feeding on the fear and panic that had built into a huge negative force field. He found it delicious and exhilarating, and as it grew inside him, it made him stronger. All the stories in the press were constantly reinforcing the panic and fear. The doom and gloom department of Argon's cronies were enjoying themselves immensely, observing all the humans breathing in the negative thoughts and emotions of others. It was like a giant barbecue for Argon of hopelessness, despair and depression, where all the food was incinerated, but he ate it all with relish. He made a mental list of all those on the Guardian Angel Council who would have to pay for his incarceration, and he decided he was going to wreak havoc 10 times worse than he did before. The negative force field that was nourishing Argon was preventing the angels from contacting their humans. The Grand Council of Angels decided to look at the Akashic records to see where it may have originated. On searching the records, the Galactic commander found that Argon had joined the Lucifer Corps and was building a bridge of darkness that made people turn away from their angels and start to be drawn to his influence. The angel Lucifer had at one time been the favourite of God, but had fallen from grace as he had challenged the Creator, declaring himself above him. He built a bridge of darkness from all of the dark thoughts that humans had had for thousands of years. The Galactic commander told the Grand Council, mankind has turned their backs on the divine, believing the false reality of separation. The angel of darkness is doing battle by using fear. We must not respond in a like manner, as it will only feed it more. Mankind thinks of a battle as being two opposing forces who hate each other and wish to do the other harm by defeating them. What we would suggest to them is by using the power of love in this situation and not wishing to do harm, to achieve a harmonious outcome where neither has won or lost. Dearest beings of light, see the conflict as settled. Bless your foe for their unconditional love. The bonfire was lit and Harriet gathered around to join in the sacred ceremony of the solstice. Dear friends, he said, addressing the crowd, we are living in an extraordinary time where the majority of people on earth are living in fear and the false beliefs of poverty consciousness and separation from source. We have come here today to celebrate the solstice and also to use our own group energy in a positive way. Join with me to anchor the golden liquid light of the rising sun onto Mother Earth to illuminate the darkness and to dispel all fear and panic. We as a species are transforming, so is Mother Earth and every living thing on her. It is called the Ascension. Our vibrations and those of our planet are getting higher. We are connecting with the love vibration. This event has been predicted in many ancient cultures. The Mayan people, for example, constructed a calendar with what is called the long count of a period of 26,000 years. This long count culminated in 2012, so we are all living a history now that has been written thousands of years ago. There are many symptoms of the ascension process which can cause confusion. Physically, you may experience insomnia, inflation around the middle, headaches and odd aches and pains. Emotionally, you may find yourself detaching from old relationships, old patterns of behavior and belief systems. Some people may find this particularly distressing, as everything that they have known as their reality has fallen away. There has never been such a time as this on Mother Earth, and her inhabitants are finding it confusing. Those of us who are light workers can assist others to see that out of chaos comes order. Together, mankind and Mother Gaia are ridding ourselves of what no longer serves us. This instills fear in many, imagining an uncertain future of despondency and despair, and a feeling of powerlessness. As a final gesture to this sacred event, let us light the lanterns. Open your hearts, dear friends, to the loving energies of the universe pouring forth upon us with this solstice dawn. Know that you are all beloved children of the Creator. Oriel and Angelo were in the conference with the Grand Council of Guardian Angels, looking to see how they could prevent Argon from achieving his goal. They had Sylvester the kitten with them, who, even though weak from all his adventures, came up with an idea. Oriel, you know when Argon stole Alexander's aura, he said. Why, yes, Sylvester, what about it? Well, I found 2 beans stuck to it, which helped me to escape him. Yes, that was a great move on your part, but where are you going with this? He knows about the beans now, and we can't use that ruse again. I know, but he doesn't know that I found this, he said, placing the remains of a black feather on the floor. Oriel picked it up and immediately held it away from his nose, as it smelled awful and had a grey mould growing on it. He then placed it in front of the Angel Council. Beloved brothers and sisters, please look at this, he said. It is not the feather of an angel of light. No, indeed, they all replied at once. We need to reverse the influence Argon has put upon us and our human charges. There is not much time, said a member of the council. We need to consult with a higher source. I shall return, he said, and disappeared. Oriel looked at Sylvester the kitten and said, Do you think he's convinced? Oh, yes, said Sylvester. His colours have changed, look. And he picked up a rainbow-coloured feather that had fallen from the angel's wings as he left. In no time at all, the guardian angels were present at the Grand Council meeting to discover whose angel had been sabotaging their good work. We thought that Chester's angel was the culprit, said one of the council, but Argon has fooled us yet again. Chester's guardian angel was kidnapped, and the dark angel wore a disguise of bright energy in Alexander's aura. The aura was stolen, and so was our divine purpose. I have consulted with the guardians of light, and we are to work in conjunction with Sylvester and his friends. Well, I have come up with an idea, said Sylvester cautiously. Speak, dear friend, said the Galactic commander. As we have one of Argon's feathers, and we also have one of yours, can't we blend them in some way to dispel the dark energy? Oh, Sylvester, you are truly divinely guided, said Oriel. Yes, dear one, said the Galactic commander. The mould that is growing on Argon's black feather can be used to heal the situation. What, like penicillin? Said Oriel. Certainly, replied the Galactic commander. The angel held out his hands with a feather in each. The Grand Council of Angels stood in a circle around him and embraced him with their wings. A huge disk of golden white light appeared in the centre of the circle, and the 2 feathers left the angel's hands and floated together and landed on the disk. Sylvester the kitten managed to squeeze between the two angels and watch what was going on. The disc started to spin slowly, and as it gathered speed, the grey mould from Argon's black feather seemed to detach from it and turn into wispy smoke. The other feather then released a stream of rainbow colours that formed a dome over the smoke. The disc began spinning faster and faster until it and the feathers were invisible. Then there was a loud pop, and the disc reappeared with the rainbow colours etched into it on the top and gold and white underneath. Now we need to ensure that the information on this disc is downloaded into Argon, and that should release the dark hold he has over us and mankind. If you would like to know how the story ends, it is available on Kindle, and you can download a Kindle app onto your phone, and the story is called Sylvester, Archie and the Angels. I feel that the words that were given to me in this story, which as I said took more than 20 years to put together and to complete and to illustrate, are timeless in a way, as there is no time, there is no waiting for things. And so me just rereading this, I'm astonished and gobsmacked at how apt and appropriate it is, and that there are wonderful solutions available to us. Yes, it is a story, but it is also, I feel, information downloaded into me to be shared with mankind at the appropriate time. So I hope you enjoyed this little snippet of my book. I'd love to hear your comments. Please like and share and subscribe. I will be sharing more of the words with you from time to time, as the kittens Lyra and Sirius influence me with their galactic energies to share this information with you. It seems the best time to do it is just after they've eaten, just after they've climbed up my curtains and along the curtain poles, and then they have a little snooze. So thank you for watching. Bless you all. I'm sending much love and celestial blessings. Bye for now.